things stopping or making things bad. Oh, great. I love when I don't get a response. Oh, he's so frozen. Ryan, you're so frozen.
That means we're live.
You're like Han Solo and Carbonite right now.
If there's technical issues, then we must be on the air.
It means the show has begun.
Hello and welcome to the Level Up Show podcast.
Oh, I thought this was the Technical Difficulties podcast.
We got to work on a flashier name than that.
That's true.
Flash
Your Penis podcast.
Yeah, we could probably do that on Daily Motion, but I don't know about YouTube.
How about the Flesh Your Penis podcast? How's that?
Deflesh it, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we could deflesh it, like a fish, or what's that called? The scale? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, scale our dicks. Yep. Yeah, I would like to and not like in the climbing kind of way.
I'd like to descale my own penis. Yeah, that's something I'd like to do.
Dick Mountain.
Right. Have you ever been on Dick Mountain? I didn't think so. Oh, fuck.
Well, how you doing there, Derek?
I am fantastic, to be honest with you. I'm back in a comfortable position. I'm sitting down. I am no longer standing behind the bar, which I like the bar area, but it's good to be comfortable. The camera's not staring up at my bald chin right there. I'm sitting. I'm behind the old chalkboards back. The @TLUSP chalkboards back. I've got a great American Insurance a tag here.
Our sponsor. Yep.
Yep. Streetwise. If you were ever a part of Streetwise Concept and Cultures back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and then also sponsored by the SNES Classic in stores probably right now.
What about System of a Down? I see that sticker.
Oh, yeah, System of a Down's there. There's also a Power Stroke Diesel a sticker and a Batman vs. Superman sticker, but we won't talk about that.
It's Power Stroke Diesel.
I think it was a Ford thing.
Oh, well, it's not a band or a rapper.
No, it was not. No, that's I do have a rap sticker, not on this dresser, but on my my little 3-tier dresser. I've got some rap stickers on there from a rapper in Chicago that I went and saw once.
Chance the Rapper?
No, it was
from Chicago.
It was like Rocky Fresh, I think was his name.
Okay, Rocky Fresh.
I don't think that's a human.
Rocky Fresh. He opened for Patrick Stump.
Petey Pablo.
I would see Petey Pablo, but he opened for Patrick Stump when I went and saw Patrick Stump.
What? Solo?
Yeah. Yep. Man about tickets to see that in 2008.
The fuck is your life?
I love Kingdom Hearts. What else do you want? What else do you want from me?
I don't know. Kingdom Hearts and Fallout Boy go hand in hand, I guess.
I mean, just like my penis and never mind.
I saw there was I was just like looking at music videos on YouTube the other day, like scrolling through. I assume they were new ones, a list, and there was some new Fallout Boy video, maybe something about Bishop.
Knife. Bishop's Knife Trick. That's a really good song, actually.
I fucking hate all their song titles. Like, as soon as I see it, I'm like, they are so fucking hipster. Yeah. What is this band? I hate them.
I'm so sorry. That song's really good, though. It's a really good album closer.
Their lyrics and titles are horrendous.
I'm really sorry that you don't
and
like
I don't like the way the guy
like.
sings either. But
you don't like Patrick?
Hell no. Their music's fine.
His voice is really good.
I thought you were going to say annoying, but
no,
good.
No.
You can think good, I guess.
I think his voice is really powerful. Like, he can do he can do like falsetto, he can do bravado, he can do all kinds of different, like, it's got a lot going with that thing. It can go a lot of places.
That's fine.
I'm really sorry that you don't like the things that I enjoy, Ralph.
I mean, I've been told multiple times I have bad taste in music.
No, you have specific taste in music.
Since this is the Music Minute.
Yes.
That introduces every show. I finally listened to that new Ghost album.
Yeah.
And it's real good.
It is real good. You know what? I almost enjoy, I don't know how to say it, Miasma,
with the saxophone solo?
Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah, I was smiling when that came on.
That is maybe, like, between that and Dance Macabre, Macabre. Yeah, Macabre.
Yeah.
between that and Dance Macabre, like that's the two best songs on that album.
I like Rats a lot. But
Rats is really,
yeah.
really good. But that tag team combo that ends with a fucking sax solo that goes in.
Did not expect that.
I was like, I listened to that song because I was like, oh man, an instrumental song. Like, all right, I'll get into it. And like, I'm just kind of like grooving. And then that sax comes in, and I'm like, oh my God, I never knew I needed this in my life, but I now need this so hard. Like, I will tell you, I'm pretty sure if you went to that song on my iTunes playlist or my Apple Music thing, it would be like the most played song in the last 2 weeks, probably.
That's awesome.
It is.
Like
It's so good.
Like I've heard metal song before where a saxophone solo was in it. It was a Chimera.
I do.
They had some song on a newish album that came out almost 10 years ago, and it has sax solo on it. And like this is not good.
Yeah, this is
that
really
one,
good.
That one's really good.
It's weird to me that they do two instrumental songs. I don't think they need the second one. The second one's not near as good.
It's still
fine.
pretty good.
It
kind of reminds me of. I've only listened to that a couple times, but maybe like a Rush or something
kinda,
70s,
kind of a
rockish
set piece showing all the different stuff they got going on.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely good for instrumentals because I'm usually not into that. But besides Beethoven,
I was really impressed with that album. Like the back half of that album is weaker compared to the front half. The front half is really good. Past Dance Macabre, like the last few songs are okay, but like it starts with that weird intro with them singing "Ring Around the Rosie" in some weird language, and then right into Rats. That's a really good, like, I don't know, man. And it feels weird to want to dance or like kind of head bob to a metal song, but like that, I'm telling you, Dance Macabre, like my kids were like jumping around, like dance to that fucking song. Like this is a danceable metal song. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, like
weird Swedish motherfuckers.
Yeah, a lot of them songs like aren't even quite metal either.
No, but it's good. Dude.
Metal
it's so good.
Archive wouldn't like it.
Yeah, probably not.
They list them as a metal band.
I'm sure they do. It's probably Ghost BC. There's like a couple different Ghost bands. This one's Swedish, I think.
Yeah, Swedish.
But I've seen, because I think when I put it on my computer, it came up as Ghost BC.
I don't know.
Yeah, Ghost, aka Ghost BC, heavy metal rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're real good.
They are on Metal Archives.
Man.
What was the album?
Prequel.
Yeah.
It has 11 reviews and 52% out of 100.
Yeah, it's probably not as heavy as it used to be. I actually don't know, though. I haven't listened to it.
Their last album.
I don't know how you say that.
Meliora or something.
Yeah, Meliora.
76%.
Yeah, Meliora is pretty heavy, but it's good too.
Phantasm, I don't know how you say that. 17, 82%. So, I don't know. Seems okay.
They have went less metal, but they're still really good in my opinion. And he like, it always weirds me out. I can't believe we're still talking about music. It always weirds me out when I want to say Swedish, but just any band that English is not necessarily their first language can sing so well in English. I don't know why, but like it's pretty flawless.
Yeah, like I know, is it In Flames?
So there's tons of foreign metal bands. Yeah, there's tons of foreign metal bands, and they almost always sing in English.
Right.
Children of Bodom, yeah, Lacuna Coil. I don't know.
Lacuna Coil. I haven't thought about Lacuna Coil in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are just like user reviews too. So
yeah,
take it however you want.
Metacritic, I think Prequel got okay reviews. People were.
It's like an 80.
Yeah.
81?
81, I think.
I just looked at it recently.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with it. I went down that rabbit hole of like, okay, this is really good. I know a couple of the songs from, like, I really liked Square Hammer. We talked about Square Hammer plenty of times, but I really like Square Hammer a lot. That was the song that kind of got me into them.
I don't remember how that goes. I need to look that up again.
Yeah, that was, I think I played that for you last E3 while you were here.
You probably did, and
I don't think you paid much attention. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just kidding.
I probably did. I just don't remember.
I mean, it's one song, one time. Like, it's not like you're going to be like, I remember exactly how that went. Like, the one time I heard it, it locked in my brain. But yeah, Jolene loves to sing Square Hammer a lot. She's into that. She's also into I've been playing a lot of Manchester
Whitney
Orchestra.
Houston.
No,
Oh,
my heart will go. Oh wait, that's Celine Dion. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Manchester Orchestra, and they just released that B-side album with a lot of just putting together the tracks from their last album last year, and so that's been good. So she's been watching the music video for "I Know How to Speak" a lot, and she cannot get enough of that song. And it's a really good song, but it's not a song you would like, Ralph. You would hate it.
so I don't think I've ever heard them. I was thinking Trans-Siberian Orchestra when you said that.
Manchester Orchestra, like their first album, "Mean Everything to Nothing," you might be okay with because it's pretty like rock and roll. You might hate the way the guy sings, is what would be my opinion. And then their other couple albums are okay. Nothing ever hit me as well as that did. And then Black Model to the Surface, the album that came out last year that I told you about, was really good. But it's like it almost feels like a connected story kind of album, and I really enjoy those. And it's really good. There's a lot of good tracks on that album.
Okay.
It's almost like folk. It's not folk, but I don't know. You could perceive it as folk rock, I guess, but it's just rock and roll to me. There's no like.
Is that a Bob Seger song? No,
it's still rock and roll to me. Is a Bob Seger song.
I don't know, but that's not Bob Seger. Who is it?
No, probably not. This is your music podcast. Absolutely. Welcome to the Music Level Up Show podcast.
Well, we can swerve this train even more and just go right into this new segment. You want
to? Yeah, man. If you want to derail everything, let's fuck it up.
I don't know what the segment's called yet, but I'm going to read off just so Ryan knows, because Derek already knows. I'm going to read to you 3 video game titles and descriptions, and you tell me which one is not a real game. Are you into this? And you can't look up anything.
Now, here's my question for you: is do we get to question the description? Like, do we get to question like when it came out and things like that, or are we just going strictly off what you give us?
Just what I give you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Ryan?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
The first game is All-Star Fruit Racing. Go bananas for a jaw-dropping, lightning-fast kart racer for all ages and abilities. Okay.
That's the only description?
Hold on.
I could read more, I guess, of what is here.
My thing is like
that makes me think it's real because if there's more of it that you don't want to read.
I typed a lot earlier though.
He was on there for a while you were not here.
All-Star Fruit Racing propels players into vibrant worlds filled with incredible action. That's all you get for that. Next up, we got where is it? We've got Fruit Simulator 2018. The year is 2018. The only thing left to simulate in this life is a fruit. Choose between apples, oranges, pears, and passion fruit with more fruit to come as more fruit to come as DLC, it says. Okay. Try your best to avoid being eaten. Over 100 fruitful levels, both single player and multiplayer modes.
Okay.
And finally, we have Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Build and expand your repair service empire in this incredibly detailed and highly realistic simulation game, where attention to car detail is astonishing.
Okay. I think I know what one is real. I think, well, yeah.
Right.
Wait, we're picking
two were real.
Okay. I think I know what the fake one is.
This may have been too easy.
Ryan, do you know what the fake one is?
I know what I'm going to pick, yeah. Do we need to write it down?
I'll go first. It's the second one, I think, is the fake one.
I also think the Fruit Simulator is fake.
Yeah, you're right. But how is Car Mechanic Simulator a real game?
I played a game. It's like Car Mechanic Simulator, so.
Car Mechanic Simulator sounds like an okay game.
What about All-Star Fruit Racing?
I would not play All-Star Fruit Racing. Although when you said All-Star Fruit Racing, my brain immediately went to like different styles of fruit chewing gum. So like you got Big Red and Juicy Fruit flying alongside each other in a racing game. Like that
would be better.
I don't know if that's where it's supposed to go, but that's where my mind went.
So Fruit Simulator was trying to combine both of those to maybe throw you off. But
I appreciate that. It was a valiant effort for your first for the first go around of this segment we have not named or really honed in what it is yet.
Really, this all just came about when that one day I sent you guys that box art for Truck Driver, which I
Yes.
can't believe is a real game.
That's
And then I
pretty
saw,
great.
What's
then I
the
saw
description?
Carmack sent. Oh, you want this description for Truck Driver?
Yeah.
I mean, then I saw a car mechanic simulator available for pre-order. Like, this cannot be a real game. I gotta remember where.
We had to go decide if we wanted to buy new parts or get parts from the junkyard when we were putting cars back together in that car game.
I should have known this, that you would have played this game.
Well, the only reason I played it is because I think it was middle school. I think it was like 8th or 9th grade. We had some class where in our free time we can play that game.
My internet is failing me. Well, on my laptop, whatever. Well, I'm loading up Truck Driver. Here we go. Truck Driver will come out. Holy shit. Will come out on not yet announced date. Published by Zoe Desco, or however the hell you say that. Build your career as a truck driver. Fuel up and cruise through a vast open world in a beautiful machine. Start off a contractor, work your way up by taking on jobs, earning money, and making a name for yourself amongst the local community. Enjoy a trucking experience. Focus on your career as a truck driver. It sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah. I also played a truck driver game in elementary school too, and there was like a part where I had known nothing about truck driving, especially when I was a little kid. So you could put chains on your tires. So we'd always put chains on our tires because that sounded cool, and then we get pulled over by the cops because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to drive.
You're not driving in the snow.
Yeah.
Can you put chainsaws on your tires so you can drive through the woods? Think about that.
No, they wouldn't let us go off road in that game. But we could like drive to like Davenport, Iowa. That was really exciting.
What? That doesn't sound like a real game.
Was Seth Rollins there?
He may have been dead in that game's universe. I don't know.
That's not nice.
Pre-dead.
Actually, so how old is he? Because he's probably very young.
I want to say he's at least like 34, 35
Yeah,
maybe.
he probably would have been in middle school while I was in elementary school. So
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for the show.
That's it for the show. Thanks for tuning in.
What we want to do here? Just go around the news, or we
I got
need more
plenty.
introductions?
Well, I mean, hi, I'm Derek. I'm here.
Hi, I'm Ralph. Ryan's here.
I am
Good.
back.
I
Yeah.
think we're good.
Ryan might have had his first technical. Like Ryan is. Well, I guess I can't say first.
I'm
He
using
used to.
Wi-Fi, so anything can happen.
He used to Darth Vader quite a bit back in the
Yeah.
day. He hasn't done that so much in a while.
That's
Yeah.
also probably because I was using Wi-Fi. But
Yep, that's true. Let's see here.
Was that news?
Pardon my news. I've got a little bit of news for you guys. You guys ready to listen to what I've got for you?
Let's hear it.
All right. First and foremost, what do you guys feel about Spyro? Like, were you guys Spyro fans? Honestly,
no, I never played Spyro game.
not
I
one.
just played a demo. I think of the first one. I never felt like I needed to buy
Did
it.
they make a-
so I didn't.
They make a Spyro racing game, or did that not happen?
I don't
That
think-
one Skylanders game is a racing game.
It's got Spyro in it.
Superchargers, yeah. That's the one that had Donkey Kong and Bowser in it.
What? How'd that happen? Was it only on Wii or something?
It's only on Wii and Wii U.
They never made like a 360 version or something with.
Well,
no
I mean,
Donkey
they were-
Kong?
They were only available on the Wii and Wii U
Yeah.
version. They had Amiibo. It was a whole thing.
Well, this doesn't have Amiibo. It also only has one game on the retail disc. Spyro 2 and Spyro 3 on the Spyro Reignited trilogy that's coming out will be downloadable.
That's not cool.
No, I didn't
That's
think so.
stupid.
Also, it's kind of
How-
fucking dumb.
I
How
don't
did
get
they
how
get?
that's happening.
Yeah, the Crash games couldn't be that much smaller than.
I feel like
Yeah.
they put this out really quick, though. Truly, like I mean, yeah, they're probably already working on it, but this seemed like it happened like very quickly.
It'll be interesting to see like how big
Mhm.
those downloads are. That they couldn't fit on the disc, or they just didn't have time to put them all on the disc.
So-
I have no idea.
Here's what this says. However, after Activision's commented, it's unclear exactly what these downloads will require. While some had taken the meaning to be the full second and third game that need to be downloaded, it remains unclear if the language means major chunks of the full games will need to be downloaded, or if this is instead in reference to a day one patch. The size and necessity of which is yet to be determined. The patch may contain whatever changes that Toys for Bob will be making for Spyro 2 and 3 all the way up to the trilogy's launch.
Why couldn't they have at least put all 3 of the original PlayStation 1 games on this disc?
I don't
Because
know.
that would have fit real easily.
I would think so.
What if this is just the title screen and then you have to download all 3 games?
That would be really fucking stupid.
It's a big title screen, though.
Yeah, it'd be
A lot of gigs in that.
Well, so Activision's not above doing that because apparently what actually came on the disc for that Tony Hawk 5 game wasn't much. You had to download the rest.
Man, that game needs to come up on a list.
Has anyone of us played enough of it?
No,
I have.
I definitely have not. You should probably write that down for a game to put down on the
Sure.
list, the legendary list.
Did you jump over some fires with your skateboard?
I played as a Ninja Turtle
Oh boy.
Did
and
you
Lil
pick which
Wayne.
one?
I think it was only Raphael, and he was huge. White turtles are not that tall.
Yeah.
With ooze they are.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. In the cartoon,
They were not
which
that
is
tall.
canon to me, they were shorter than humans.
They were
I mean-
they were like 5'5". They were like your height, right?
Which I'm shorter than a human.
Oh, that's true.
What? You're not. He's not 5'5". He's taller than that.
I was making a joke.
They might be a
Uh,
little taller than humans. I don't know.
Having a yuck.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's got like some. They have like a new like ooze that's kind of like a steroids or something. And
Yeah.
catch Raphael doing some of that.
Okay.
Doing some of them newfangled drugs.
Yeah.
What Raphael was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, just stick it in the pizza. They don't even know it's there. You know?
Stick it in the pee hole. Got it.
Well, I mean,
Ryan, what do you know about
Raphael's-
What do you know about Persona Q2?
I know that it's happening. And it's going to have the Persona 5 characters
It is. Yep.
and the Persona 3 lady that came out in the PSP game.
And Persona 4.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's kind of a given. Those 3 and 4 were in the first one.
Persona Q2 now has a trailer out. Has a Japanese release date for November 28th. I'm sorry, November 29th in Japan, but no Western release date yet. But I'm assuming that will happen sooner rather than later.
3DS?
I don't know about sooner. Sometimes it takes them like a year to internationalize all that crap.
Yeah, that's coming for the 3DS. And then today they announced a Western release date for Persona 5. Dancing in
What?
Starlight.
I was going to say that already happened.
I was
Game of
getting
the
it.
year.
And then Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight also getting a Moonlight or a Western release date with special edition. December 4th. December 4th for Starlight and Moonlight. Both games $60 by themselves.
Yeah, I have no interest in those dancing games. Supposedly they're fun, but
Whatever. $100 for both of them if you want to buy them as a collection.
Dancing in general is supposedly fun, but who the hell's going to
Yeah.
try?
I don't know. I just trust that those just dance games are fun.
Yeah.
I only own like 10 of them because they're all on Wii U, so I could try one.
They are all on the Wii U.
And they're all fun.
They're all fun.
How about the
Yeah.
Fallout 76 beta being the full game? And everything's going to carry over progress-wise to the game if you buy it, Ralph. You excited about that?
Is it time?
Are you excited about that?
I am kind of excited about that. Like, that just means whatever we're able to play of this beta that we're going to be able to play, the Break It Early test application.
It's a good thing I stole that code.
Ah, fuck. Yeah. According to them on the fact that they have up at the website, our current plan is for the beta to be the full game and all your progress is saved for launch. We hope you join us. So you'll be downloading the whole game for the beta, get access to the entire game with it, and whatever progress you make will be going into that. So I think that's fucking cool.
I mean, they'll make sure they have a bug in there that deletes all your progress. So,
Probably.
Is that the only bug they're going to have in there? Because
no, it's guaranteed they're gonna have more than that.
I doubt it.
Yeah, that's cool, I guess.
I think that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work So you're gonna have to download all of
Download
that,
the entire game.
and then like
But there's no like
so.
time limit. You just play as much as you want, so you can finish the game. In theory, or how long is the
I
beta?
don't know.
I don't know either. Probably a weekend.
Yeah, I guess they could limit it, but someone could still beat it. I guess technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's a whole game, like whatever. Or maybe it'll be a timed beta, like 5 hours, no more, full game, something like that.
Dropping nukes.
Yeah.
In the beta.
Nuke me, baby.
Is Duke Nukem going to be in that beta?
I hope so.
Oh gosh, man,
Uh,
I was cleaning out some my closet. I actually was looking through some totes, and I found 4 copies of Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh my God, 4.
One of them is sealed.
Oh,
Now you're
man.
on the Derek Vance. Now you're on the Derek Vance train.
Why are the other 3 open?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Were they used
Hold on.
copies?
Maybe you should have
I
given
think I
us.
bought them all new.
Maybe you should have given us 3 different variations on the Duke Nukem game and found out which one is real.
Damn it.
Write it down. Do
Damn.
it next time.
I only have 1 copy of Duke Nukem.
I have 2. 1 digital, 1 physical.
I have 2 copies of Aliens, Colonial Marines, though.
That's
So-
what I have multiple copies of. How about the world ends with you? How many copies of that do you have?
I would like to have 1, but I'm not paying $60 for that game. That's way too much.
50.
How
Is
about
it 50? Oh.
the world ends with you final remix? It's coming on the Switch on October 12th.
Well, that's the one I was talking about, but I never played the original DS one.
New HD graphics, additional content, gameplay options that weren't in the 2008 original game. Touchscreen Joy-Cons. Final Remix also has a new 2-player co-op mode. I'm excited. I've never played that game, I've heard nothing but good things about that game. I'm excited about that. I don't know about $50, but that's I might,
40
well,
with the.
I was gonna say
yeah.
40 with Gamers Club, so that 40 might be enough. 40 might be enough for me to pick it up.
Yeah. I'm glad they are not charging 60, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely wish it was more of a $30 price range, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I was thinking
Yeah.
like 20, but
Well, I mean, what are they charging? Let me just look here real quick. Keep talking.
I don't know if any Switch game comes out $20 physically.
that would be sweet. If they, well, yeah, I guess physically probably not. Yeah.
I've seen 30. I think it's the cheapest I've seen, like new, or I mean, right when it came out at least.
The World Ends With You on iOS. They're charging $18, so they're definitely not going to charge $20 for a Switch game.
Square Enix likes to charge more.
They like to
Good.
overinflate their games. But did you guys see this game called Flipping Death?
Yeah,
That
it was
game
on
looks kind of okay.
It was on a direct like last year or
I don't
something.
remember much about it. Apparently, it's from the people that did Stick It to the Man, which I really liked.
Yeah,
I played that.
you're
It was
you're
a
on
PS
your own
Plus game,
here.
right?
That was a PS Plus game, yeah. I
Yeah,
think I
played
beat
that.
that game.
Yeah, so did I. It wasn't too
It wasn't
bad.
it wasn't bad at all. I liked it, and I think this looks really good. It's a LucasArts style point and click adventure style game. I think the art is even better than it was in the in Stick It to the Man. I contemplated picking this up. I think it's on the Switch also, and the reviews coming out of there, Ralph, not too bad.
Whatever happened
Yeah,
to
I
that
don't-
Jam and Earl game?
It's still in development, early
coming this-
2019. Oh,
Oh, I'm not big on point and click. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know, man. I found that perfectly, like, for me, a point and click adventure is a story game. So if I would use a walkthrough during that whole thing, that's whatever to me because I'm still
What?
experiencing the
If
story.
it was a bunch of fruits that you were pointing and clicking.
Damn it. Next time.
Yeah, I don't care about point and click adventures because I just use, well, not all of them, but I'll just use a walkthrough with older ones because I'm like, I don't want to deal with the puzzle bullshit, and I just want to experience what the story is.
No, I've played Myst before. No,
Oh man, Myst is a good
so
game.
slow. It's so slow.
It is really slow, but I like
Actually,
Myst.
actually don't know if I've played it before.
I've only played the
Um,
intro. I got it on PSP.
I never beat it, but yeah. This still says fall 2018. I guess they haven't said anything more about it for Toe Jam.
For
and Earl,
Toe
so I don't
Jam?
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was coming out this fall, but who the
Same.
hell knows? It's probably gonna suck.
I'll call CJ and ask him. He might know. I doubt it though. Yeah, so Flipping Death that came out. That game looks pretty cool. I think you can get it on the Switch, the PS4, and the Xbox. I think it looks like a fun game, so maybe check that out. I'll give you more at that point when maybe I pick it up. You guys heard of the game Torchlight? I think Ryan actually told me about Torchlight back in the day because I got it on GOG for free, and I never played it.
I think I've only played the second one. I've never played the first one. I don't think.
Ectra Games is expanding the franchise with a shared world and a game called Torchlight Frontiers. It's been announced for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Shared world where players can go and explore dungeons, battle monsters with their friends. Ectra Games is the new development team behind the new title. The studio is led by Runic Games co-founder Max Schaefer and veteran developers who worked on Diablo franchises and previous entries in the Torchlight series. So if you like Torchlight before, be excited because whatever this game is going to be has a lot of Torchlight talent associated with it.
Okay.
There's that. I don't know. I know, like I said, I know Torchlight's kind of a Diablo-like game, right? This might be kind of.
Oh yeah, it is. It's actually made by former developers of the original Diablos.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I should have popped this out in the earlier stage when I was talking about Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is not going to be on Steam at launch.
Is it like Bethesda's own thing?
I think it's more. I don't know if it's an Epic thing or what. A few days after Epic announced Fortnite would avoid the Google Play Store, even though it launched on Android like today or yesterday. Bethesda joined the list of developers choosing to release this game exclusive on its own digital distribution platform. Last night, Bethesda released an updated version of Fallout 76 beta notes, which mentioned the Fallout 76 beta will be playable on Xbox One, PS4, and PC via the Bethesda.net. Steam, of course, absent from the list. So, won't be there at launch. Must be a Valve thing. I don't know.
Who knows? Is the Wii port gonna be good?
No.
Finally coming to Wii.
Speaking of ports, though, Steep got canceled by Ubisoft for the Switch.
I forgot they were even shaking that tree.
Yeah, it's probably a good move.
Probably, because who gives a fuck about Steep anyway?
Yeah. That game kind of died.
Confirmed via a reply on Twitter, the official Steep account said, "We are wholly dedicated to supporting the live game and made the decision to stop Steep development on the Nintendo Switch platform to focus on bringing new live content and challenges to Steep players instead. We'll have more exciting news to share soon."
So, no.
So if you're holding out for Steep, so many Stees. If you're holding out for Steve on your Switch, you should probably just buy it on the PS4 if you care, because they canceled it on Twitter, basically.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They probably would have had one of them stupid ass banners on the front of the box at the top that says you need a SD card to download this shit. I hate those so bad. I'm never gonna buy a game that has that on it.
I've never seen a game that has that on that I've wanted to buy. So,
Resident Evil Revelations collection has it, and like the Banner Saga trilogy is gonna have it, or if it's out already on.
I guess I don't know. Like, I never really looked into like what I need to do to get a fucking SD card for it. Like, are they that specified, or can you just buy an SD card?
If you just look on Amazon, like every micro SD card, somebody asks, "Will this work for Switch?"
And they're like
everyone.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Ben Schwartz. You know who Ben Schwartz is?
I didn't until I heard about this.
I know who Jim Schwartz is.
Ben Schwartz is the voice. He was the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog now for the Sonic movie. He also acted in Parks and Recreations. He was Jean Ralphio.
Steve Urkel dead?
He must be. He must be. Ben Schwartz also voices Dewey in the DuckTales reboot. So there's that.
I didn't know it was a DuckTales reboot.
I didn't either, and I didn't know who that character was in Parks and Recreation, and I thought I'd seen that show quite a bit.
Jean Ralphio is one of the best characters in Parks and Recreation. Like, he is real good. You didn't know about the DuckTales reboot? I thought we talked about the music.
Probably.
Like a reboot of the show? Or
Yes, a reboot of the show. Yep, probably.
I don't want them ruining DuckTales.
Yeah. I heard it's pretty good.
Is the song still the same? The intro music?
Yes. The intro song, I believe, is still the exact same.
By Fall Out Boy. It's called like the Tales of the Ducks of.
Added like some
Vesperia.
Put some faint cowbell in there or something just to mix it up. Or...
and
I hope
some
so.
about Uma Thurman. She likes to quack
Let's stop the hate of Fall Out Boy right now.
Black-haired Uma Thurman or blonde-haired Uma Thurman?
It's black-haired Uma Thurman.
It's both.
It's Sia Uma Thurman, half black, half blonde.
Which up top is black hair, down low is blonde. Is that what's going on?
Yep.
Carpet is not matching.
Okay, yep. We're going for the same thing. Yeah.
Ralph, are you going to get into the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta for the Switch that starts on Friday?
The what?
Dragon Ball Z FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ Z's is going to have a beta started on Friday and continue at 5 a.m. British Standard Time until 8 a.m. British Standard Time. I don't know why. It's because I'm on Eurogamer through August 12th.
I'd watch people play that game, but I don't think I
can
handle it.
4 modes during the beta: the practice battle tutorial mode, arena match, and ring party match.
Doesn't Ryan own this game?
I do, but I have not played it yet because I'm afraid it's going to spoil stuff for me in later Dragon Ball Z episodes.
Okay, that's smart.
I need to finish watching Dragon Ball Z.
We talked about that last week. I figured with you only playing one terrible game this week that maybe you've just been watching a lot of Dragon Ball.
It's more mediocre than terrible, but
okay. Well, either way, I still figured you were watching more Dragon Ball than you were.
No, like I've had years to finish Dragon Ball Z, and I just never have.
That's true. You have had years.
I watched it back in the Toonami days.
I also watched it with the Toonami days.
I still never finished it.
Speaking of being finished, the Sony releasing new consoles is not finished. Sony released what I think might be pretty close to one of the best looking PS4s to date.
Better than the Kingdom Hearts one?
I mean, I don't really like that Hearts one, to be honest with you, but I want to buy it anyway. My God of War one's way cooler.
I mean, what if they had just a big fat head of Donald Duck on the Pro?
Yeah.
Would you get that one?
Yep. Only for me to put my dick in it. To commemorate 500 million PlayStation consoles over the last couple of decades, Sony's going to be bringing back the 90s styling and releasing a blue translucent PS4 Pro, which looks fucking dope.
See inside.
You can see through it. It's got a bronze plate in the front of it that has a serial number, 2 terabytes, DualShock 4, the camera. You can also buy a gold headset when it comes out that has the same transparent casing if you'd like to. $50,000 going on the release, U.S. and Canada, on August 24th.
$50,000. Is that what you just said?
No,
50,000 are being sold. I was
correct. Like, 50,000 units are being sold.
Is this thing made out of gold? What is happening?
Well, the headset is apparently.
Yeah, the gold headset.
Gold, blue, translucent.
I don't know, man. This thing is pretty fucking sexy looking.
They should have made one and only one.
It's like that PlayStation, 25th anniversary edition that they released.
Yeah, I think they made more than 50,000 for that.
My buddy has one of those, and it's real sick looking. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I would like it if they made a PlayStation 1 Pro, where it's like 3 PlayStation 1 stacked on top of each other.
I'd be into that. I'd also be into a PlayStation 4 PS2 Pro, like if it looked like the PS2 with that big fat black flip open stand, like it flopped open like that.
Do you think that would ever happen? Like, not just even releasing like a PS1 Mini. Do you think they would ever be like, we get to a point where they would realize it's cool to re-release this retro console?
I'm sure.
As well.
Yeah.
I don't care about the mini part of it. Here's the real fucking thing. Like, here's the whole thing again. Like, you fire it up and it gives you the ting like the whole tingles and all that shit. It's the same shit. Same thing.
Yeah, I'm in.
Ralph, are you into We Happy Few? Because that game is getting shit on.
We'll talk about that.
Well,
it's already
I'm just telling you.
Is that out?
It's already getting. It's available tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it is not getting good reviews.
Yeah, sounds like they didn't fix what
the problem was.
Hoping they would. But
that's not too bad. 67.
Bearing the lead. No,
that's
that's not very good.
not good.
For
That's
like a
not good.
main.
A AAA game.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd call it double A. I don't know about. I don't
It's
know.
owned by a studio, aka one of the biggest studios in the world.
Well, they might be a publisher, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're just a publisher now.
Oh,
Anyway, we'll move past that as Ryan Googles that part of it. But yeah, We Happy Few not getting good reviews. What is getting good reviews? That Nintendo Direct over there the other day, Ralph. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Super Smash Mouth.
Yeah. I forgot that's our title this week. I forgot Super Smash Mouth.
My dad called it Super Smash Mouth. Yeah, like, I mean, it's not a big deal, but like all day, that day, I was like, okay, I know this Nintendo Direct's today. Maybe they're going to announce something.
You didn't text us once. Like, I knew you were just avoiding everything that day.
Well, I don't get to look at my phone as much with this job anyway as I used to. But I was like, all right, I'm just going to avoid the internet because maybe they'll announce something surprising that's cool about the single player mode. I just want to watch for myself. Then my dad texted me and said, did you see Simon Belmont's going to be in Super Smash Mouth on the Switch?
That's pretty good.
And I'm like,
and then asked if you'd be into that.
Yeah. And he called me later that night and he's like, and I'm like, I thought it was funny how you called it Super Smash Mouth. And he's like, what? That's not what it's called. No.
Oh
I wish it was.
That's fantastic.
Smash Mouth even still around?
Yeah.
They're still going. Well, they're touring at least. They should be. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. They got Simon Belmont and Richter in there, even though I don't think Richter's actually another character.
He's the ghost or whatever you call it.
Yeah, and then like Dracula's in there as some kind of boss thing. So like in that trailer, I thought it was kind of awesome. They had Luigi walking around Dracula's castle looking for ghosts. And then he gets fucking murdered, which is great.
Is Luigi really dead?
No.
No, but people are speculating. So it showed the main menu. Did you watch any of this, Derek?
I did not see any of it. No. I just read about it.
So at some point they showed the main. Well, I don't care. It was like 27 minutes long somehow.
Yeah. That's way longer than That's way longer than me.
Oh no. I mean, it should have been like 5 minutes long, but it's Smash Brothers. They have to talk about everything.
37 seconds.
Start and stop the watch.
Yeah.
So they showed the title screen and they had part of it blurred out, one of the options, and they're like, we can't talk about this yet. And somebody like put it. So I don't know how they figured this out, but they thought it said the mode was called Spirits. And people are speculating it's like a campaign thing where you're trying to save Luigi because he's a ghost now.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I hope it's something like that. I said, because like I always go back to the Wii Smash Brothers had Subspace Emissary mode, which is a fucking weird name, but it was like you're like walking through levels, beating up enemies and shit, like a 2D platformer.
Right.
So that'd be awesome. And like with the Wii U version, did not have anything like that.
If that gives me more of a storyline, then I'm super in.
I mean, I don't know however much of a story that is with Luigi dying. That's pretty tragic.
Right.
So you can resurrect him.
Any blood?
They didn't show any. But it kept saying this is not actual gameplay footage, so who knows? I kept flashing at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, and King K. Rool is in it, which is pretty sweet.
I think that's pretty cool, man. I think, like I said, King K. Rool to me, I think is the awesomest part. I also really enjoy the whole fact that you can play all like 800 tracks and music-wise without being in the game. Like you can just turn your Switch into a fucking.
Yeah, nobody's gonna do that though.
I mean, there's some music in there that's pretty great. You know.
I mean, but
who's carried over your shoulder like a boombox?
Well, yeah, they showed this lady putting it in her purse, and then this is not gonna happen. The battery's not going to last that long.
Was she on the roof?
Damn it, Karen. We're drinking, Karen. I don't know, but like so there's both those Belmonts are getting amiibo, and so is King K. Rool. So it's like, well, welcome back amiibo to my life.
Right. More amiibo
Fuck.
in your life. You're in trouble.
Oh, and like Chrom from Fire Emblem was announced. I thought he
Way-
was already in the game. I
Way
don't
more
even know.
Fire Emblem characters than I needed it to be.
Yeah, there's a lot in Smash Brothers. I mean, I assume they play differently, but how would I know? I don't play a Fire Emblem character in
He had
that.
103 stages in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 34 music tracks for just Castlevania, over 800 compositions. Music player going to be included for you to be able to listen to this with the screen off. So just the Nintendo themed tracks. Echo Fighters include Chrom and Dark Samus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
You got a Rathalos that'll be an assist trophy. King K. Rool, still no Birdo.
Or Waluigi.
They also announced for Europe a Super Smash Bros. Switch, which we kind of talked about last week, that has the GameCube controller as well as the GameCube adapter and the game itself in that bundle. No word on the Western release of that.
Did you see the box for that? Because that box is sweet.
Yeah, this fucking where it's got all the fighters on it and shit.
Yeah, I was hoping to find that as like a
Yeah.
scroll or something.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope. Like, I think that might be the coolest part of all that. The funny part is, like, you would think because of Super Smash Bros. That Mario would be right in the dead center, and it's not. It's not him at all. He's over to the right.
It's Solid Snake.
Pikachu, Samus, maybe Zelda right there. I can't tell. Pit,
Brad Pitt,
Brad
more
Pitt.
like it.
Cloud's right there. Yeah. Anyway,
They showed some kind of Metal Gear person. I don't. It was like an assist trophy or something.
Rex probably was it Rex? Oh, I didn't see that.
I don't remember.
Solid Snake's going to be in there for sure. But
Yeah, so this is just like where you pick up like a item and then they come out and help you. And I don't remember who it was.
can't
Was
imagine
no one-
Rex helping Snake.
Who
But
was the main guy in Revengeance?
Raiden.
Okay, it wasn't him. It was like I don't know. It was Rex sounds kind of like it, but probably wasn't that.
I mean, there's times where he controls a Metal Gear, but I don't know. Maybe Raiden's controlling a Metal Gear. I don't know.
Well, this is a person, so I guess I don't even know what any of this means. I thought Rex was a person. This is how much I
No.
know.
Metal Gear is Rex is a type of Metal Gear.
Right.
What is a Metal Gear?
Oh, it's I
Type
used to
of-
say Metal Gear.
Metal Gear is like a type of
Like
weapon.
a mech?
It's a weapon,
Yeah.
like a mech
It's a-
weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Most of them person has to be in there, but I think they have some that don't need people.
Okay.
Are you sure it's
I
not
don't
like Otacon or something? Was he a nerdy looking dude?
I don't know. Give me some more names.
Yeah,
It doesn't even matter.
Max. Is it a woman?
It was a guy. I thought he had
Was it the
blonde
Colonel?
hair, but
Oh
that
shit!
may not be right.
There's Master Miller. Now that sounds familiar.
It's just like one. It was like one name. I could look this up, I guess.
Great Fox. I don't know. That's two names.
It wasn't Otacon. Did they already
It
say
could have
Otacon?
been.
But he's like a nerdy looking dude with glasses.
Who's the other guy that he's always with?
Liquid.
Ooh.
No. Ocelot. Was it Ocelot?
He's a bad guy for Snake.
I really don't remember. Man, this
Uh,
has gone off the rails.
I mean, Ocelot was in Metal Gear Solid 5 as a
good guy.
somewhat good guy with the fake big boss, but yeah, and all the Solid Snake ones, he's a bad guy. He turns into Liquid Snake somehow because he grafts Liquid Snake's arm onto his body that makes Liquid Snake take over his mind. It's a bunch of nonsense. I don't think it's actually. I don't know. You just have to play Metal Gear Solid 4 or 2.
Nope. Won't do it. All right. More news. I saw more news. I'm sorry. Ralph?
It is Gray Fox. Sorry,
Okay.
Gray
no,
Fox.
that's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's an old buddy of Solid Snake's.
that's not one name.
It is not one name. Let's see. What else do we got? Let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. I know neither of you watched anything that I talked about. That's fine. I'll keep it pretty brief. It's going to run 4K on the Pro, which is pretty exciting.
Probably not native 4K.
Well, does anything run native 4K on the Pro?
Yeah.
Native American 4K.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
That's definitely one of the options they put on the bottom.
Xbox One X also going to play it in 4K. So there's that.
Yeah.
The gameplay trailer got released today. It looks fucking like one of the best looking games on the PS4 or the generation, I should say. Combat wise and the gameplay wise, I didn't really get a good necessary feel for it. I won't talk too much about it because I know Ryan doesn't want spoiled on the game itself. But it seems as though throughout the story, you move different encampments. And you set up kind of a camp where you can like buy, sell, and trade things inside of that. And play games, card games wise, and kind of where you get like a mission hub area throughout that. So just for the 6, I hope it's Gwent, yes, but I don't think so. But yes, that is man. We're really on the cusp of Red Dead Redemption 2. We're inching our way there.
It's like 2 months away, pretty much.
Yep, couple months away, which is pretty fucking great. So.
And then we'll be a couple months away from Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Kingdom Hearts 3. If that happens.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Do you really mean months or years?
2035 is what I'm looking for. As long as it's there before I'm dead, that's all.
They need to put out a good 20 more Final Fantasy games before they can get to Kingdom Hearts. If they delayed it that long, how many times do you think they would re-release the first 2 games?
Well, at least 2 generations, I would say.
Okay.
So 4 more times.
Okay.
Twice in a generation.
It'd be awesome if they released Kingdom Hearts 3 2019. 2020 PS5 comes out. They immediately re-release Kingdom Hearts 3 again on the new console.
In trilogy form, though. It'll be in trilogy form.
Yeah, maybe.
Where you have to download the last 2 parts. Yeah.
Last 2 hearts.
Parts. Yeah, whatever.
I thought you said hearts.
I like that better.
All right, let's see. Last piece of news I've got for you is it's kind of a negative one. I'm sorry. But I really wanted your guys' opinion on this. Did you guys watch that video I sent you about that dude stealing the other guy's review? Did you watch the video, like the comparison?
I didn't watch the video, but I read the article about it.
Yeah, that's what I did. I should have watched it. Sorry.
The video is pretty great. Like, I watched it work, and I was like the beginning, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. And then, like, word for word at some point, it's like, this dude literally didn't fucking do anything other than copy this other guy's review, even though this other guy does not obviously have, like, a big following, and this guy works for IGN.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel that. I know people are freaking out about it, but I don't think those people at IGN get paid that well either. So.
Sure, and I'm not saying that they do. I want to bring this up because what are your guys' thoughts on that? Like, digital plagiarism is a little different, I guess, right? Because at some point we're all going to have the same thought about something. Someone's going to have the same thought as someone else, right? Like, that's just bound to happen. Yeah. Writing it down word for word is different because that's like legit plagiarism. Having a thought that someone else had, that's hard to specify that it was in fact plagiarism. So what are you guys' thoughts on digital plagiarism? And is that something that A, is possible, and B, should be prosecuted in this way where this guy's review, video, and otherwise got pulled from the site and they just called it what it was? Like, shit went down.
I don't know. I mean, people definitely repeat other people's ideas. Like someone will do a video and that'll cause things to circulate. So, I mean, at some point, people are just regurgitating other people's ideas.
Right.
So, I guess the issue was more like his written form and how closely worded it was to the other person's.
Right.
So, I don't know. Is that what they're concerned about? Because
I think
that's definitely bad. But like, if you want to.
At this point,
cut down on people sharing the same thoughts, like that's going to be really difficult because that's just not going to happen.
Does it come down to a business standpoint of, okay, are you making more money based on the hits that you're getting from a YouTube video, or someone going to your website and reading your review, right? So is it, do I take down, am I worried about taking down the video review before the written review, because the video review is what I'm going to get people seeing more? Like, where's that line drawn?
Yeah, I'm not sure, because wasn't the video review just him basically reading his review?
Yeah. I mean, basically.
Yeah, so probably should take down both.
Yeah, and they did. It was just weird to me that they put through so much effort to make sure they took it down, and I respect them for doing it. But in this day and age, like, is digital plagiarism that, one, does it need to be prosecuted that hard, or two, is it something that we all just are going to run into? Because at the end of the day, we're all going to at some point have pretty similar thoughts about a lot of things.
So what that person did sounds like he just took somebody else's work and reworded it.
Yes,
so like that,
I agree.
definitely no,
Right.
Don't do that. But if you hear somebody talk about something and have some ideas, and you either agree with it or feel like you can expand on it, that's perfectly fine.
Then that's a little different, right?
Yep.
Ralph?
No, I agree. I don't know. I think it's fucked up it happened. But
I think it's funny that it didn't happen sooner, to be honest with you. Or at least it wasn't. I don't think
they
I've
go
seen
check
it
to
sooner.
see if he's done it before.
They didn't specify whether they did or not. I don't know. I just mean in general with somebody else. Like, we're in an age now where everything gets shared. Every content piece gets generated somewhere, whether it's digitally or YouTube, audioly, or whatever, orally, if you say it that way. Whatever you want to say, content's generated through millions of people. Somebody's going to say the same thing as somebody else at some point. Is that plagiarism? No. What this motherfucker did was absolutely plagiarism, but where's the severity? Do we treat it as if it's written plagiarism issues that we have? Or is it, hey, we're all sharing the same kind of mind here, the hive mind style of what we're talking about? Like, what's the consequence here?
I don't think anything negative. So what he did was so clear cut that
it's it's a black and white situation.
Yeah, so I don't think what that person did is going to impact the way people talk about stuff. Like, if anybody's concerned about it and they know that they're talking about something that they might have got from somewhere else, you can always just reference that other place that you might have heard it from.
Right.
But yeah, I doubt you're going to see anything change.
yeah,
It's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me that it happened, even, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
IGN.
I'm sure it's a lot more common than you think.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Is I bet it has happened more, but we just don't know it.
Especially when people are writing stuff that they're not even making money for, like in school. I'm sure there are a lot of people plagiarizing stuff in school.
Yeah.
So who's got time to write all those words, right?
It's true.
Yeah. Who's going to combine all these letters to make words? I don't get it.
Yeah, when you can just take some words and letters that already exist and just rearrange them a little bit, right?
Yeah, there's only so many words.
So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, did IGN say that they were going to do some investigation on it to see if it's happening?
They pulled it, looked at it, and they didn't say anything more about it. They just said, hey, we're sorry, shit happens.
Because I can't imagine that's the first time that guy did it, unless, I don't know, maybe he was in a time crunch and he needed to put something out quickly. I don't know.
Either way, I don't think that's okay.
Makes me feel like I should ever trust an IGN review, which not really that I did anyway.
Did you ever really before?
I don't. They have to still use some kind of system. Well, I don't know. I remember Giant Bombs talked about, Brad and Jeff talked about when they were at GameSpot, and they used that formula to where they'd always come up with weird review scores.
Right.
Because this was 9.7 or something, right?
Right.
Or was that high? I don't know.
No, I think
it was a good score. Yeah.
So it's where does that come from? I don't like that system.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But I feel like it'd probably be hard for them to catch because I know so basically he copied it from a small YouTube channel.
Right.
So they would have to, if you're just an editor.
Boomstick Gaming.
If you're just an editor reading that guy's review, like you think he played the game, and that's just his words. Like I don't, unless you are doing YouTube searches or whatever searches for those reviews and checking those to see if they're somewhat similar.
Well, the person that caught it was the guy that wrote it.
What?
The guy that wrote the original review was the guy that caught IGN.
Oh, the YouTube guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that must have been the greatest day of his life.
Oh,
Because
I'm
he's
sure.
like, wow, now people know who I am.
Right. Well, and it's kind of the name of the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda
whatever
goes.
works.
Accidents happen, and then you get famous for it. So we're all waiting on that to happen. Maybe somebody
We
will
were all
copy.
accidents at some point.
Maybe maybe someone will copy the Love Show podcast, and we'll get real famous.
I don't know.
Probably on our
Start-
hot
we
new
could start-
untitled
yes.
segment.
Yeah.
We'll start doing some video reviews
Yep.
of those ATV games
We could
That
do
are in major need of reviewers.
we could do video reviews of games that we've been playing.
Wish I had a cricket noise.
I could put one in.
I mean, that's why
I faded out last week where you told me to fade out like 20 minutes before the end of the show.
nice. I mean, I have that Elgato, and like my plan was to like record shit and talk over it, and I have yet to get a computer that's good enough to run it.
I've also wanted to do that, and then I tried to stream that once, and it didn't work, and it made me disheartened. Whatever. The internet's hard.
Yeah.
Who else is going to record and review Fruit Simulator?
It's true.
I'll just
Nobody.
record reviews for games I make up. Yeah.
Yeah. So some random images in there.
I'll just draw some fruit pictures or take pictures of fruit in my house. Yeah. It's not bad. Is that all the news?
She's
That is
good.
that's. I was giving you the segue. I'm literally. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well,
I have given you everything I've got, Captain. I don't have power.
I guess we can talk about what is it that you have been playing lately. I forgot how they went.
And then it goes, lie.
Yeah, that one.
Kind of like the Warriors call. Warriors.
Need the bottles clanking together.
That's true, yeah. I should Ralph, can you redo all that with bottles in the background?
I could try. I didn't even have that in mind when I did it.
Oh.
I'll just go first because I haven't done a whole lot. None of us have apparently.
No.
But,
well, I've actually done quite a bit, surprisingly.
Derek has.
For me.
We'll save him for last. Played some more Pokken Tournament.
I never finished last.
Oh no. I can confirm that I have plugged in a controller to my Switch through the USB thing
Oh, okay.
because I have Pokken controller I used it on the Wii U version. That controller's pretty cool. Like it's only got two buttons on the top, just L and R, not LR or LZ and RZ also. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but you don't need them in Pokken Tournament. And it doesn't have a analog stick. It just has a giant D-pad because you don't use the analog stick.
If they put the buttons on the top as G and R, do you think Guns N' Roses could sue them?
Can you instead
bad idea.
give me a giant D?
What?
You said
I
a
love-
giant D-pad.
giant D button? Yeah.
Just give me the giant D, please.
I'll have to see
I
if I can
guess,
find
what was
one.
it on the GameCube? Was it a giant A button or a giant B button?
A, and then B was
Yeah.
really little.
Yeah, they should have put a giant D on there.
Not enough D buttons on controllers.
Sega, didn't they have a D button on theirs?
They had ABC, XYZ.
Oh man, nobody wants the D button.
I think the 3DO that may be a D button. I don't remember. I'll have to look at that controller again. Whatever. Pokken works fine. I like playing it with that controller. It's a good game. I finished
Stroking.
WarioWare Gold.
That could have been a long game then, right?
Nah, I mean, I think I finished it in less than 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. And it was 40 full price?
Yeah, I mean, I knew what I was getting into because that's
Yeah.
how they all are. But
But you
I
had a
mean,
good time?
I was a bit disappointed.
Oh, no!
I mean, but I've played every WarioWare game,
Right.
so I feel like if this was somebody's first one, they'd like love it. I mean, I like it.
Didn't they like somebody made like a kind of a clone of that, right? Wasn't that Frobisher Says game kind of a clone of those WarioWare games?
Probably. I don't quite remember how that game went. I mean, it's definitely fun. It's like after you like you can keep playing the stages and then
For what, though?
like you'll get coins and then you can put the coins into a capsule machine and then you'll get all kinds of random shit out of this capsule machine like
Now,
anywhere
is this a capsule quart machine? Like Trunks is going to come out of it, or Chi Chi?
No,
Wait, no,
no.
not Chi Chi. Damn it,
I don't know what any of this means.
Bulma. Is Vegeta a part of this?
Vagina.
Is Doctor Briefs a part of this capsule core?
I don't know what any of this is, so I'll just gloss over that.
It's Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, like so what you unlock is anywhere from like a character card, which seems to be a lot of what I get, or like it'll be like here's like a Nintendo Wii, and it'll like tell you details about the Nintendo Wii, like the history of it.
Can you play it?
You cannot play it. Or so there's like a lot of shit like that, and then you'll unlock like a phone. And a lot of people have phones in this game. And then so it just gives you these buttons. So I mean it's got numbers you can push to try to dial a number.
So it's
And
got
it's
a
almost
D button.
the D number. It's almost always got nope. I don't know. So you try to call someone, nobody's there. But then you'll unlock phone numbers to call. These are all just dumb shit to unlock, and then you call it, and it just gives you a text message. Even though there's so much voice work in this game, I don't understand why they couldn't talk. Oh man,
who's texting you? Is it Wario?
Is it Kiryu? Is it Kiryu?
It's I don't remember what half these people's names are in WarioWare. Some dog dribbles. I don't remember. But I mean, the cool thing you can unlock is actual mini games. So I unlocked this golf game, and it's like I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the most basic ass golf game ever. It's like 2D side scrolling golf. You just like swing and then try to get over obstacles. So that's cool, but you don't unlock. The point is, there's a lot of mini games you can unlock, and it's not you don't ever unlock them. I've only unlocked like 3, and there's like 15, I think, or so.
So I mean, there's enough content to generate maybe not $60 or $40, but there's enough there for you to do stuff after you beat the main game.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's never going to get below $40. I mean, unless you find it on clearance somehow.
Well, I mean, you got it for 32 though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't regret it because I was going to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
And it like some of the story stuff was actually pretty funny. There was this alien guy who said he was hungry, so he went through this drive-through, and he's like, "I need 10 hamburgers, please." And the guy's like, "Oh, sorry, we're all out of meat." And the alien's like, "I will go secure you some hams." So he goes and like so then you're playing these micro games as they call them,
right?
And then you're trying to get all these pigs by if you win a micro game, you get like pigs. It's fucking stupid. So he goes back to the restaurant with all these hams, and he's like, "Could you please burger these for me?"
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty absurd comedy in that game. So that's
whole hamburger.
Yeah, and the guy at the
I wonder if
drive-through guy was like, "Get out of here!
Please leave with your pigs." That's pretty good.
I wish I remembered more of the jokes. There's a lot of them. Yeah, I think that's all I've played. I keep trying to remember to play Onrush, and then I go to bed instead. So, you know,
I mean, bed's important though. I'm getting ready to be on a 2 week stretch where I probably don't sleep as much as I should. So I'm right there with you.
you're not gonna sleep that much in 2 weeks.
Well, for the next 2 weeks, I'll probably stay up trying to play a lot of video games because I don't work the next 2 weeks after Sunday night, Monday morning. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, when I had a month off, my schedule was really random.
yeah. I mean, mine has to be a little more regimented because of the children, but I will probably stay awake as long as I can. The hard part's like when I come to bed and I want to play the SNES Classic right here,
Yeah.
right there. It's hard because if I don't sit up while I do it, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I have to find ways to where I can like prop myself up. Otherwise, I'll be like sitting back in bed and like doing the normal Derek.
Well, you just gotta have the Kingdom Hearts music at the ready. So if you feel yourself drifting,
Because you know what's
True.
the best music to stay awake to? Kingdom Hearts music.
Well, because you usually got your dick in your hand when
Actually,
that's going
like what?
Kingdom Hearts has its own D button. Yeah.
And it's in my pants. What? Going back to the music minute, you know what I've been listening to a lot recently, Ralph. And I don't know that you like this at all, but I've been listening to
Fall
a
Out
lot
Boy.
of. No, I've been listening to a lot of. I don't even know what this is here.
What is that?
We're gonna get banned on YouTube for listening.
Yeah.
You know what this is at all?
Sounds familiar. Is it Slipknot? I don't
No,
know.
it's the first Stone Sour album,
Yeah.
2002,
Oh, okay.
which is a really, really good album, by the way.
That was a pretty good album.
I was jamming to that the other day, and I was talking to one of the kids at work, and I was like, "Oh man, I've been listening to this album a lot lately." Like, "Oh, what is it?" I'm like, "Oh, the first Stone Sour album came out in 2002." I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, I was 3."
Yeah.
And then I cried myself to sleep the next night.
Yeah, I mean, I remember listening to that in high school.
It's
Yep.
real good. I really like it a lot.
Then they have some poetry track
Yeah,
on there, though.
The last track, and I like spoken word tracks, but whatever. That
Did
last
you
track.
tell him that you were listening to New Kids on the Block when you were 3?
No, because I didn't listen to New Kids on the Block. Yeah, what you're talking about, Ralph, is this where he's just
Omega or something.
right? Yep. Look at you, Gary. Hold on.
Translucent flesh and feeble bones.
Yeah,
The kind of
that's fucking stupid. He's
I didn't-
like, I don't think he's very smart, but he likes to talk a lot.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. A lot of people aren't smart and they talk a lot. I do it all the time, every week on this Level Up Show podcast.
I didn't
If
know
I-
Hanging Tough came out in 1988. Man,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
old. That is old. Holy
They
crap.
were making rap hard before NWA.
I don't know. I like that album a lot. I enjoy that spoken word track because it's different for what it is.
I don't know. This guy I used to work with at Hy-Vee. He's like good friends with Joey Jordison, supposedly. I may
Sure.
have told you all this. I don't know. Because
Might
he's
be.
from Des Moines area. He went to high school with Joey Jordison. He said he'd like go to parties and Corey Taylor would be there and he'd get like knocked the fuck out at like every party because he wouldn't shut the hell up. It's like,
Well,
that sounds about right from
yeah,
what I've
I mean-
heard of him.
I mean, he probably has a little bit of the old LSD, the lead singer syndrome, whatever.
Disease, yeah. That's
Yeah,
what.
lead singer disease.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I mean, that's fine. Listen, whatever works, man. Whatever gets your job, your paycheck secure. That's whatever.
Speaking of securing paychecks,
Yes.
Brian has played Homefront.
He has
Yeah.
secured his paycheck from this podcast for one more week.
Yeah, I'm number one in the world in competitive home front. Yeah,
Okay.
You are
So-
the space box or whatever that dude's name is of
yeah.
Homefront.
I am the fatality of home front.
Are you sad that you didn't go to Evo this year based on how like exciting Evo seemed this year?
I mean, I would have had some Dragon Ball Z stuff spoiled for me, so I don't know.
Yeah, but that Dragon Ball Z stuff seemed real good.
Yeah, I watched the. I didn't watch much of the Evo, but I watched the finals for Street Fighter, which is always interesting.
I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, some dude from the UK won it.
With
So-
was Sagat?
Nah, he was Bison.
Bison, M. Bison.
Dictator.
I think the other guy was the one who won it last year. He was playing as Akuma again. But Akuma looks so weird. Such a weird looking thing. The weird looking guy, I mean. But yeah. So I did watch a little bit of EVO, but not that much this year. But yeah, it'd be cool to go to EVO again. I'm not really a big fan of Vegas, but EVO is pretty cool.
But what about this? This is Vegas.
That game that never came out for PS3. Yeah. I probably would be if that game is probably just a CG trailer and nothing else. But,
that's what most games are anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's probably. I think that's what Vegas actually is. But
yeah.
So yeah, Homefront's not too bad. That game could if they would have when they released Homefront Revolution done a re-release of the PC version on PS4, that would have probably been way better because the game's definitely got some technical issues. There was parts where the game just seemed like it couldn't handle what it was doing, so it just cut to black and then started going up again. So and then my dog was also kind enough to so the Xbox, I have the latest, the last, second to the last revision of the Xbox because they released that weird looking one that I think is like a top loader. I have one that's like a tray that sticks out and it's got the touch sensitive ones and it's got a green light around it. And apparently my dog was not digging the green light, so she ran up to my Xbox and put her paw on it and opened the game while I was playing. It's like, what the hell? Only time she's ever done that. But yeah, the game's not very long. It's real quick. The shooting's not too bad. Story doesn't really seem like it matters at all. I don't even know how it really connects to Revolution, but somehow I'm sure it does. But it's just pretty much a typical shooter. It's like they made Call of Duty, but with Koreans. I don't know.
And White Castle.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see White Castle in there.
Wasn't Pizza Hut in there too?
I don't remember seeing Pizza Hut, but it could have been.
What else? Something else was in there. Was it Hooters or something?
I don't remember seeing that either. I know there was Modern Warfare 2 had a hamburger place that you fought in, but it was just some made-up hamburger place. Activision couldn't get that White Castle money. Not like
THQ could.
Yeah, THQ, they got connections with White Castle.
That's why they went under.
But yeah, Homefront's probably a game that will be forgotten because it's just so mediocre. It's not even
I played it.
Did you finish it? Or?
I played it when it came out. No, I did not care for it. I mean, it's probably better than Revolution. But
I bet Revolution's probably better than that one, but I haven't finished Revolution. Yeah, I mean, it's not near as bad as Haze. Like Haze is bad on a different level, but and then I finished the season as the Georgia State Panthers, the worst team in NCAA football 14. So I still got all the rosters. I didn't really update to see if they've been replacing players with newer classes. I probably should see if there are people doing that on the internet. I'm sure there are. But yeah, I like the recruiting and all the season stuff for NCAA 14. But they changed the gameplay up quite a bit. It seems kind of random as to when I will be successful at running or passing. But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep playing it or not. I kind of want to see if I can get the Panthers to be a good team. They're pretty bad. I don't know what they're like in real life, but they are terrible in NCAA 14.
I'd never heard of them.
They've only been a football team since like 2010. So,
okay.
Because I started breaking all these records, and I was like, how am I breaking these records? I'm not even really doing anything. Like I had like a 700-yard rusher, and it's like, you have the most rushing yards in sport. It's like, what? And then,
awesome.
One of the announcers said that they've only been around since like 2010. So, but I just fired up Destroy All Humans just to see what it looked like. I vaguely remembered some of the stuff too because I actually played that 2004, 2005. Can't remember when that game came out. It's around then. But it looks pretty sharp on Xbox One. So I'm hoping they put the second one on there too, so I can play that. I've never played the second one. Did either of you guys try it?
I played a demo. Was there one on PS3 and 360 or no?
Yeah, that one's supposed to be garbage.
I think I played a demo of that one once.
Called like Furon, Path of the Furon, or something like that. Or
yeah, that sounds familiar.
But
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played any of them. I don't think that's the thing I've played.
the first one was definitely. I like the first one a lot. I've never played the second one, so I don't know if it's any good. Actually, I have 2 copies of the second one. I don't have any copies of Path of the Furon though, but I don't know if I want to because I know that game's bad. But I do need more games for a list.
Who developed those?
Pandemic, the Saboteur guys and the Full Spectrum Warrior people.
Okay.
I don't know if they did the 360 one, but they did the first 2 on Xbox and PS2. I don't know if those came out on GameCube. They might not have. But,
I don't know.
pretty close to the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. That fight was pretty brutal. Like most of those fights in that game, you do not have to put any thought into.
Not at all. The finale fights or the close to finale fights are way more challenging than anything else in the game.
So I was not anywhere near prepared for that fight. I just got destroyed immediately because she was flying all over the place and doing all these crazy moves. It's like I can't navigate my menu quick enough to respond to what you're doing. So I got destroyed. So I need to figure out if I need to grind a little bit or if I just need to figure out what the hell I need to do. I could probably just look it up on YouTube to see how to beat her quickly, but to watch that Ray Rice video.
Oh man.
But no, she kicked my ass twice. I think I tried it twice and she kicked my ass both times.
Did Donald keep using your potions?
No, it's a solo fight. So normally I have Goofy and Donald out there with me. So it's
funny to see it's funny to see how much of that you don't miss until you don't have him. Then you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, because Donald will occasionally heal me, and Goofy's doing whatever the hell Goofy does.
Jerking.
It's like he's usually like spinning around in a circle with his shield. I don't know what the fuck Goofy does. How Goofy does.
Whoa!
Yeah. So yeah. I want to finish that game. I'm pretty close, but I just have to somehow get through that fight.
It's not that bad. You probably should just look up. I think there's a special way to block some of those attacks.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way. Like if I just look it up on YouTube, there'll be a way to just cheese it through that fight. But
yeah,
I just need to do that. I finished another chapter in Octopath Traveler, but the game's a slow one. It's a slow burn, slow grind.
Okay.
I need to finish that soon because if I don't, there's so much shit coming out in September. I will probably never finish it.
There's about 22 days left to finish that game.
There's so many games coming out in September, within a week of each other.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts, not Kingdom Hearts. Red Dead Redemption and Spider-Man and Tomb Raider are all within a month of each other.
Dragon Quest XI comes out that month too, and that's going to be like a 70-some-hour game probably.
Right.
So that makes me nervous. But this game's freaking long, and I want to play it, but it's just so long. But, no, at least what's cool with Octopath Traveler is I can at least use it portably and play it. So where I can't do that so much. Well, unless I want to use my Vita, which I don't.
Who wants to do that?
Yeah.
I started my 3DS all week long thinking I should plug it in and download that demo for WarioWare, and I never did.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna need to do it for Luigi's Mansion.
I gotta bring Luigi back to life. I do really like talking about Kingdom Hearts is all I got in mind. Talking about Phoenix Wright last week made me really want to go back and play those games that I have on my 3DS and I've never beaten. So that might be something I get back into on my break. We'll see. Especially if I like, I don't want to bring the Switch anywhere, but if I take the kids to like a splash pad or the pool and things like that, and I don't want to actually do any of those things.
What is a splash pad?
What?
You say splash pad?
Yeah.
What the hell is a splash pad?
A splash pad is like basically a park with like a water spraying device where kids can run and play in water that is no more than like an inch or 2 inches deep.
Okay. I have one of those near my parents' house, so I know what you're talking about. I didn't know they called them a splash pad.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, well, non-parents probably not, but yeah, splash pads are a thing. They're free and they're not like you don't have to pay for them, so it's kind of nice.
They just sit there and waste water. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's all taxpayer money, so it's fine. Yeah, we might do that, and then I might bring my 3DS along because I would like to play more of my 3DS. That system is real good, and I don't play it
in the water while you play your 3DS.
Hey, kids, don't do that.
Is it water resistant?
It might, we'll find out. If it's not, it's fine because I'll buy a 2DS XL, which is kind of what I want to do anyway.
Okay. Not the flat 2DS?
No, I don't need that.
Did you have one of those, Ralph? Or did you try to buy one of those for super cheap?
I tried to buy one dirt cheap. My dad has one.
Yeah.
For some reason.
You don't have Farming Simulator on that?
Farming Simulator 19 is coming out this year. Anything else for you that you played?
Nope. I'm having trouble sticking to any one thing, so no focus on any of these games, except for Homefront, because I can blast through that.
Derek, what do you want to talk about first?
Hello. I bought 4 Sega games for $15 the other day with your guys' help.
You survived this encounter.
I did it at my work, which made it easier. And I was really kind of expecting this game to be fake or like a repo, and it wasn't. Somebody on the Facebook Marketplace was selling The Adventures of Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and then Sonic 1 and 2 with their not for resale copies on Facebook Marketplace for $15, which I thought was a pretty good steal. Like, what is that? Less than like $3.75 a cartridge. And I was like, I could get behind that. So he met me and I bought it. And with Ryan's help pulling that info of Batman and Robin being worth $15 alone if I were to resell it loose, that made me feel even better about buying that game.
Did you open any of those up, though, to see if they were fake?
I didn't look for the spiders, but I did put in The Adventures of Batman and Robin in my, my what's it called?
Genesis?
Well, my Genesis, but who makes it?
At Games, thing?
Games, yep, that thing that Ralph gave me. Fired that up, and Hadley was not in the mood of like wanting to do her own thing, so I like had her in one arm, and I'm like trying to play the Sega game the other arm. It didn't work super well. I mean, it is your typical side-scrolling beat 'em up style game with Batman. It felt very much like a Turtles game where you're playing as Batman. You can jump kick, you can jump punch. You have batarangs that you throw a lot. You can jump onto the ledge above where the level is. Like there's 2 levels of the level. You can choose to play as Batman or Robin to start the game, which is kind of cool. There's also, I played the first level, died a bunch, and I had Hadley in my hand, so I just wanted to see like what cheats there were out there because old games always have cheats. And there is a level select button or level select cheat as well as a level skip cheat. So I think there's only 4 or 5 levels in that game, so I'll be able to beat it as long as I can sit down and actually do it. The game's pretty tough though, really, and but it looks really good. I think the animation's really fun.
What happened when you hit the D button?
My penis got enlarged.
That's don't bring a baby into that.
Sorry, that's good call. I didn't do it. Ryan did it. Ryan's fault.
I didn't like. I was going to assume that the baby was not around when you hit the D button.
Yes, I was only hitting the D button when I went to the bathroom after I played the game. But that game looks really good.
Yeah, I always thought it looked really cool.
It does. It looks really cool. I think the animation's really fun. I think I don't know, the enemies might be a little tough. Maybe that's just my problem, but the enemies might be a little tough for my liking. but I'm going to play a little more of it when I get the chance. But it was cool to fire up the old Sega. I still play that controller upside down too, which, whatever.
That's got to make it easier.
Make fun of me if you want to.
I don't know. Hitting the D button upside down might not be the easiest, but
No, I'd already told you upside down is the only way we like to do it around this house.
Did you put in the other Batman game? Because one of those
I didn't, but I know Batman Forever is a bad game.
Wait, I thought one of those was good though. Was it one of those?
Batman, The Adventure of Batman and Robin is good.
No, I thought there was a different Batman.
There's Batman Forever on the Saturn and PlayStation. That's rare as hell. Me and Derek played it on the arcade at PAX.
That's the 3D one though, right?
Yeah, it's like a Final Fight beat 'em up.
Oh yeah,
that arcade was pretty good, but also pretty bad.
Okay, because there was one game that they play at Awesome Games Done Quick. That's a Batman game. That's kind of a beat 'em up. That
is it Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo.
I bet that's Returns.
I think I played Batman Returns, but I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look it up.
I don't know. Like, there's like a back then at some point, like Batman Returns on Super Nintendo, Genesis, and regular Nintendo are all three different games. So, like, back then they used to do that shit all the time. So, like, it could be, I don't know, it could be one I'm not thinking of. Actually, I think it was also on, like, TurboGrafx or something, too, and it was a different game.
Yeah, that's why I asked you if they were the SNES and the Genesis version was similar for that game, because I couldn't remember which Batman game I watched on Awesome Games Done Quick.
Batman Forever on the Genesis, I think, is kind of like they took the Mortal Kombat engine and made a side scroller out of it.
Did Midway make this game?
It was Acclaim, I think. I mean, back then, like, Acclaim and Midway were pretty tight because I think Acclaim published the first couple Mortal Kombats. I don't know. It's weird. Whatever. All right. What else you played there?
I played that. I also fired up, and this is kind of funny being a dad, because I don't get a lot of sleep time. I fired up Life is Strange Before the Storm, and I was like, I'm ready to play this game. Short spot. There's only 3-4 episodes in that game if you count the bonus one. Just hold on. So I fire up the game, and the baby goes to sleep, and the kids are outside playing, just running around doing whatever. And I just got home. It's been an early day. And I got through the intro, and the next part is where it's like taking you through Chloe's room, and then Chloe's asleep, and I'm like, man, sleeping sounds pretty good. So I definitely zonked out for a good hour nap while the kids slept, and the baby slept, and the kids played outside. But it was just like, it was like an art mimicking life kind of situation where I was like, oh man, sleep looks so good. And I'm like, I should take a nap. So I did.
Did you leave the game on though? With the disc?
Sure did.
Yeah. So it's just like going back, switching cameras,
back and forth between the whole room. Yeah, it was pretty good. Finally, the PlayStation just shut off because it's like rest time. And so I played through a little bit of Life is Strange Before the Storm. I got through the school part. I played the D&D all the way through with those kids, which is pretty fun. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. That game is way longer than I expected it to be, considering how much time I've already put into it. That D&D thing took like forever, it felt like.
Yeah. Did you survive?
I didn't. I died.
Yeah, I died too.
Yeah, that's tough. But the other guy survived. I made sure that he was able to escape.
Yeah, with no ankles.
No legs. Yeah, no legs. But yeah, that's pretty good. It feels like Life is Strange. You guys see the Life is Strange season 2 trailer? Probably not.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
Yeah, I looked at that the other day. That looks pretty interesting. It seems it's all from the point of view of a cop camera. So it's a cop driving through, and then all of a sudden he pulls up on something, and then a big ball of energy shoots out, flips the car over on its head, and it looks interesting.
Is the twist that it's RoboCop?
I hope so. Even though I've never seen RoboCop, I hope so.
Did he shoot a cigarette out of anybody's hand?
No cigarettes. No, not in Life is Strange. But I played that, and then I threw on. I finished Observer. That might be the first game I finished in months, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah,
since God of War.
They still
What'd
haven't
you say?
shipped my copy. Oh, he said since God of War.
Oh yeah, since God of War, I bet you that's the last game I beat was back there in was that March or late April.
April, yeah.
Observer is a Ryan game, man. That is a Ryan game. Ralph, you might like it, but that is a Ryan game right there, in my opinion.
I still don't have it.
Yeah, I feel
Amazon
really,
has not even shipped it.
I'm really sad. I'm really upset that you don't know what any of this game is. It starts out like you're kind of like going through and interrogating people because you're trying to find your son is kind of the crux of the game, and you're going through like this. I tried to liken it to people, and I was like, okay, well, you're in an apartment building that's kind of like the Raid, and no one had seen the Raid.
I've
Like,
seen
okay,
the Raid.
I
right?
don't think I've seen the raid either.
Okay, so I was like, okay, it's
Raid
like
is real good.
I'm like, yeah, Raid's real good. I was like, maybe okay, it's like an apartment complex that you see in Dread.
Dread.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they also,
Dread.
no one had seen Dread either. I'm like, oh, you guys are killing.
Dread's real good.
But basically, like you're in this apartment complex that it's really shitty, but there's like 18 apartment complexes in each floor, and there's like 8 floors, and you can literally go through these floors and talk to these people by knocking on their door and listening to them talk. But it's all through like a digital screen, and so you're talking to their like eyeball or their face maybe, and like the dialogue is just, it's not great in my opinion.
Sounds like the Silver Case kind of, but maybe not.
I don't know what that is, but maybe. Who did I say voiced the main actor?
Nolan North.
No.
Brad Pitt.
No. The bad guy from
Troy Baker.
I wish.
Oh,
The
Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer is the main character in this game, and he just doesn't give a fuck about this game at all. Not one bit. So it's really bad, which makes me sad.
He's a real person in real movies.
Rutger Hauer, yeah, he was the bad
Blade
guy
Runner.
in Blade Runner. Yep.
And Hobo with a
The
Shotgun. You ever
original
seen that?
Blade
The
Runner.
original Blade Runner, yeah, he's the bad guy.
Yeah, he's the.
I know what I know what he looks like. Yeah.
Yep. He just doesn't give a fuck about this game. Like his voice acting is bad, but
He's
I had
Blade
a
Runner.
good time playing the game, even though I didn't like the voice acting. Like it was still a fun time playing playing Observer. What's weird is again, I like the whole point is you being able to an observer and you can like hack into these people with the brain chips and like relive their memories, but it's not as straightforward as you would think it was. And it also becomes like a stealth sim at one point, and that pissed me off because I don't do stealth. And throughout the end of the game, like you have to do quite a bit of stealth, but I found a pretty good way to like work my way around the stealth, which is just run through everything. So I just ran through everything and never got caught, which is good. There's an achievement for never dying, which I died a lot that first time, so I didn't have to worry about that. But there's an achievement for doing it all without dying. So I really did enjoy Observer. I thought that was a good game. I don't know that it's worth. I know $15, and I know I mentioned that on the group chat. For me, like that is a $10 game. I maybe I'm a cheap ass, but to me, what I got out of it, and the game itself, and the quality of the voice acting, I think that's a $10 game.
I paid like 30 something for it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I paid 15, so it's not like I put a lot of premium into it like you did. So that's the hard part.
Yeah, he looks pretty old in 2010, so I can't imagine how old he's looking now. He's 74.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds awful. But there are 2 endings, Ryan. There are 2 endings, so you won't be able to get them both unless you like make a save file and redo it. But there's that.
Are there trophies for each?
There are. I don't know if there's trophies for each. I guess I didn't look. I just deleted it the second I beat the game because I was like, all right, I'm good. So, Observer, pretty good. Also pretty good. Full Throttle Remastered. Remastered. I went through and finished that. Real simple, good storyline, straightforward game. I kind of wish that I would have fired up maybe Grim Fandango after that, but I haven't done that yet. Yeah, Full Throttle Remastered, pretty good game. I like it a lot.
You don't want to fire up Psychonauts after that?
Brutal Legend.
No. I would play Brutal Legend because I never did, but I would play Brutal Legend. So that's all I got. That's everything I played. Yep, that's everything I played.
I think it's time to surmise some scores. Dun dun dun.
Surmise the score. Okay, I'll put that
I
in,
have
in post.
spoiled one.
You may have, and that game was We Happy Few, which got a 67 so far. Actually, that was the PC version. I don't know if I had the most reviews. I think I forgot to look. That was the
One I
one on
saw
the
had
main.
18.
Okay, that's probably that one. That's the one on the main page of Metacritic. 67 out of 100. It's not great, but it's better than 1 out of 100. Like this,
Like
I
that
think you.
documentary by that Dinesh dude or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Derek were talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man. I want that poster on my wall where it's for the movie. It's Abraham Lincoln's face morphing into Trump's. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Very comparable. This president's pretty much the same.
67 out of 100. Coming in last place with a guess of 78 was Ralph.
Oh man, it's not good. I'm out of wrestling games.
Coming in second with a guess of 77 was Derek.
Yes.
Oh no!
This is the Ralph sandwich one.
Oh man,
The
why
Derek
could
sandwich.
Homefront be bad?
This is the Derek sandwich.
Nailing it with a guess of 76
I knew I should have played Aliens or Clive Barker.
was Ryan.
Oh, I don't know if I got.
I gotta go to the bathroom, so you guys gotta keep talking.
Well, it's going to be a while. I'm pretty sure I looked at the GameCube Day of Reckoning Metascore, one of them recently, and it was like an 81.
I know.
It's one of the worst games of all time.
That's why I didn't want to put those on there because I know at least. So I didn't like any of those GameCube wrestling games, but I know at least one or two of them reviewed well. So
I
all
mean,
of them.
I liked them at the time, but I mean, they were no like N64.
Yeah, I liked the PlayStation 2 wrestling games, but I hated the GameCube and the Xbox ones. But I know that the Xbox ones reviewed really badly, but I think the GameCube ones mostly reviewed fine.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But that's why I didn't want to put them on there. But I'm out of wrestling games that I know are bad.
What about no Backyard Wrestling's already on here, right?
Yeah. I think they made a second one, but I never played the second one.
Yeah.
I think Backyard Wrestling was like the one that did it. I was like, I know I want to buy and try to play all these wrestling games, but I can't buy this garbage. Like, that Backyard Wrestling game is so bad.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Man,
what about some bad sports games that you've played? I know of some I've played.
One of those like either game
All right, I'm back.
day,
What happened?
like those
What did you
late
choose?
game day or game breaker games were pretty bad.
Nothing's happened yet.
I
Yeah,
Still no choice has been made.
What about like an NFL quarterback club game? Because I always thought those.
Oh, well, okay. So I can put NFL Fever 2002 on there. I got that for like free for Xbox. I think it's 2002. It's either 2002 or 2001.
NFL Fever with Peyton Manning on it.
Yeah, I don't even like. It's somewhere in a box somewhere. I won't put that on the shelf.
I'm putting it
I
on
won't
here.
put that on the shelf.
No, I got that game for free. Sega GT and
Chip grind set.
Yeah, all for free when I bought my
Whatever it was.
Xbox. Yeah.
Okay. NFL Fever. I'm putting 2002 question mark.
I think it's 2002. Yep, it's 2002.
Okay.
It's got it's got Peyton Manning and some dude from the Raiders on the cover. Yeah.
John Madden.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully we won't have to go through that again.
I'll have to play Aliens or Clive Barker's Jericho.
Well, let's find out. The quarterback club.
Or I could play Fuse too. I have Fuse.
Overcooked 2. It's a game we surmised the score for. Got an 83 last I checked. That's a Switch version. Had the most reviews. 83. So Coming in last with a guess of 75 was Derek.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Coming in second with a guess of 82 was Ralph.
Oh, you just made it sound like I was off the hook, and now
Totally nailing it with a guess of 83 with Ryan.
Oh man, my favorite
And it-
part about this segment has become the fact that Ryan took so many of the good games of the good show, where now we're at the bad show, the bad games, and Ryan is now with his
Whoa.
comeuppance.
I don't actively seek out bad games to play.
I told you to buy Bubsy.
No, I can't. Can't. I will buy 2 copies of Destroy All Humans 2, but I will not go buy Bubsy.
You are making a bad choice, my friend.
I mean, there's some games like Never Dead that I'll buy just because there's some part of it that I think looks interesting. But, man, it's other sports games that I might have. I feel like
Man,
I usually I have
about
old
any-
Maddens.
what about can't do Madden. What about any bad Wii games you played like at someone's house, or you rented some terrible game as a child one time?
Those are the hardest to remember because I have played some horrible NES and Super Nintendo games as a kid, but most of those I don't even remember what the name of them were.
Did you play like anything based on a movie as a child?
Well, I played that Batman Returns game, and I thought that was pretty good as a kid.
That's a good one. Nope, you can't do that.
Uh,
Did you play Batman Forever?
Play Medieval,
I did not play Batman Forever. I did not play Medieval.
Medieval was good.
but Medieval's not bad.
I actually thought about buying Medieval. That and that is it Maximus or Maximo? Maximo. Or something?
Maximo.
Yeah, I thought
Ghosts
about
of
buying
Glory.
that too.
The Ghosts and Goblins, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I do have some games that are probably bad, like Obscure and Obscure the Aftermath, but I never got to them. I played those Game Breaker games, and some of those are good, and some of them are bad, but I don't remember. You know, because there was like the NFL Game Day, NFL Game Breaker, and then towards.
NFL, was there that head coach game too?
I never played that,
Yeah, I don't know who played that.
but that
What
game
about,
bad if you're into like managing teams and whatever.
Yeah, I do.
What about-
I am. I'm into that.
What about NFL Extreme? Is that on
So
here?
I like those games though.
Oh.
But those games did get really bad reviews, but I liked them.
I mean, there's some games on here I like that are bad. Like, yeah, I even put on here like
But if I liked it, I feel like I can't put it
like
on there.
Friday the 13th on the NES.
That's a bad.
I know
game.
that's a shitty game, but I kind of like playing it every once in a while.
Yeah, I never played that from what I can remember.
Oh, I played it.
I have it. Oh man, like Wolverine on the NES, that's a piece of shit. The Letter on Wii U, man, I still
that's
play
a-
that shit though.
That's an instant classic.
Man, you are
Game-
killing me here.
Game Breaker. I've never played the Letter, but one of those.
It's already on
NFL
here.
Was it game? Yeah, it was called NFL Game Breaker, wasn't it? Or is it game?
It's NCAA, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, NCAA. I keep putting NFL in front of it. I thought those were good on like PS2 Game Breaker. What? It's not.
I didn't know they were on PS2. I don't remember. That must have been pretty early.
Yeah, I think that one, the first one was garbage, but I don't think I ever played it. That came out on PS2. NCAA Game Breaker 99 got, what was its score? An 8.2 on GameSpot.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Let's check Metacritic and see if I can find a shitty, because I think I've played most of the NCAA Game Breaker games.
It's picking games you may not have even played,
Oh,
which you
man.
probably did.
Okay, I could put like these are like Metacritic scores of like oh god man, the PlayStation 2 one was like a 57, but I never played that one. Oh man, yeah. Oh, if I would have played the PlayStation 2 ones, because like here's NCAA Game Breaker 2003 53, NCAA Game Breaker 2004 61, NCAA Game Breaker 2001 69.
Man.
And, I don't know. Let's just put one of them on there. Let's put NCAA Game Breaker 2001. I probably played that. It's got a dude from Nebraska on the cover, I think, or is he Wisconsin? I think it might be Ron Dane.
NCAA Game Breaker 2001.
Featuring-
PS1?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it'd have to be. Oh,
Ron Dane on the cover.
I guess it wouldn't have to be, but yeah. Okay. Ron Dane.
The shittiest
about him?
giant.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I got his
Well,
rookie card once, and it was not worth anything. And it's still not. Big surprise.
He didn't do much in the NFL.
He was no Rodney Hampton.
He was a Bronco for a year.
Who wasn't? Am I right?
I look back at John Elway's numbers, and it's kind of amazing that John Elway is considered a great quarterback. His quarterback rating has been horrible, but people think he's like obviously a Hall of Fame quarterback. Kind of amazing.
I mean, you got to have somebody who looks like a horse in the Hall of Fame.
I was watching some documentary on him, and let's see if I can find his career stats.
This is the kind of stats I like in Surmise the Score.
Yeah,
segment.
his final quarterback rating was like a 79.9 overall, and that seems pretty low for a quarterback that is in the Hall of Fame. But he is.
But he looks like a horse.
And he's got 3,000 career rushing yards. So
That came in one season.
oh, that would be the record for most rushing yards in a season.
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
That would be great. It'd be even better if it was like Dan Marino or something.
Yeah, John Kitna.
Yeah.
Why ain't he in the Hall of Fame yet?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's probably got a quarterback rating that's higher than that. Actually, no. He probably doesn't.
It's hard to say. We also surmised scores for Spider-Man. Still no reviews yet. They're coming, though. And that's all I got. And I have nothing to surmise unless you guys can think of something.
I think that's it.
Yeah, we already did Madden.
Yeah.
Already went over that. Maybe the end of the show, I guess.
I think that's all I've got. I've got nothing else for you.
Yeah. Dan Marino, quarterback rating 86.4. No Super Bowls, though.
What do you got planned for the rest of the week there, Ralph?
We're gonna play some more poking. I don't really know otherwise. I mean,
how many
my
rushing
GameCube
yards?
back up?
How many rushing yards do you think Dan Marino has for his entire career?
412.
What do you think, Derek? What?
He's over it.
How many rushing yards do you think Dan Marino has in his whole career?
3.
I think you are closer than Ralph. He's got 87.
Wow. That's kind of impressive.
And that doesn't count Snacks as negative rushing yards in the NFL either.
Not even close. Not even close.
Man, I feel like every quarterback ever who played at least 10 years has to have at least 100, but I guess not.
I don't know. I think that back then there wasn't really the need for quarterbacks to run as much as it is now.
He does have 9 rushing touchdowns, but 87 yards.
How many rushing yards does Jared Lorenzen have?
I'm gonna say
he barely played in the NFL.
71 yards.
Think he has more than Dan Marino? I guess that'd be less.
Do they show his? They have his college stats, but I don't see his NFL stats. He had 283 rushing yards in college, but did he play much in the NFL?
Maybe he never actually he may have just backed up in the NFL. He may never actually played. I don't know. It's not important.
I was looking at Wikipedia, and Wikipedia's hit or miss about showing stats. So
We gotta know before the show ends.
so it shows that he played like 2 games in 2006, 2007. His career rushing yards, it looks like, are 4. So he only had 1 attempt in 2007 and 1 attempt in 2006, both for 2 yards.
Average.
He's done like nothing in the NFL. He's got 8 pass attempts, 4 completions for 28 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, no touchdowns rushing either. So,
Spotless.
he's got 2 Super Bowl, at least 1 Super Bowl ring, maybe 2. I don't know if he was on the Giants both times. Probably not. I think he's only got 1. So
That's a hell of a career.
yeah, he's pretty good at Kentucky though.
Yeah. Pretty good at weighing like 400 pounds now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's close to 500.
Man. Level up. Oh, wait. That wasn't the right way to end that. Or was it?
Not the right way. Well, it could be. You want it
I
to
don't
be.
really know otherwise. I hooked up my GameCube.
Oh,
And I don't know. I
do you
bought
have
this
any
game.
bongos to play Donkey Kong?
I've thought about buying those.
So you won't just do it through your. Does Wii U play GameCube games, or is it just the Wii?
Just Wii. Yeah, I mean, I just got hooked up to my TV, my HD. Probably not gonna be great, but whatever. I bought this Beach Spikers volleyball game quite a while back. It's a
Is it like
Sega.
the Dead or Alive volleyball games?
Not quite that hot. Sega made it. I don't know. There for a while. Sega published it. AM2 developed it, who did like a bunch of arcade shit for Sega. Sega might actually own them. So I've been meaning to play that some. Maybe I'll check that out. Maybe not. Anybody else got anything happening?
I'll probably try to play a little more of those Sega games that I got for the $15. Play a little more Life is Strange, and Hellblade's next on the docket. Hellblade's a game that I want to play without the kids around. I feel like I don't know if that's a game that they should watch me play, and I want to play with my headphones. So
There's no like nudity or anything.
No, it's pretty crazy. Like it seems pretty out there, so I don't want them to get like freaked out.
If you wear headphones, they aren't going to hear any of it.
Yeah,
mostly just see her.
I wouldn't be playing with headphones if it was during the day or sometime they're awake with, because putting the headphones on means I'm isolating myself, and that's kind of hard to do with them around.
But I don't think they're going to hear anything that's like they're not going to hear anything or see anything that's really going to do anything that would be different from them like watching God of War. There's probably even less blood in that game because you're fighting giant looking things that might resemble a human but don't really look human.
Right.
So,
yeah, I'm not sure yet. But that's the next on my docket. Like, I'd also like to get down here and finish Super Mario World, Zelda, and Final Fantasy. Like Final Fantasy games, I really, really, really want to watch or really play. But we'll see. I've got 2 weeks off starting on Monday, and I'm going to try to make the most of it, playing a lot of video games. I might even play Persona.
What?
are you going to make it all the way through?
No, not to start with, but I'd like to try it at least. I might be ready for Persona to start. We'll see.
You've never finished Super Mario World before?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times.
So I'd say that's like probably 4 hours or less you could get through that thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost at the end of the second world now, and I played for literally 35 minutes. So.
That's only if you're playing every world, I guess you could, or every level. If you want to skip levels, it's even less than that.
It's true. Ryan, you gonna finish Homefront again?
I could finish Revolution. Yeah, I could finish Revolution. Yeah.
All right, that's
Because
good.
it kind of ended on a cliffhanger on the San Francisco bridge. I don't know if they made it to Full House or not.
Everywhere you look.
Yeah, sure. Joey's probably, well, think this is
Cutting
the
it
future. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
cutting it
old
out from
Joey.
the grave. Yeah.
Yeah. They showed up at his door and he told him to cut it out. You know.
And they cut his head
I
off.
I don't know how well that played with the Koreans, but
Yeah, it's probably a racial slur where they're from. Yeah, I guess that's the end of the show then. Perhaps.
does it ended on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, except you don't want to stay tuned for the next one. See what happens.
I found a Taco John's near me. So
Level up. Just
Yeah.
level it out. just level with the Taco John that you blow out.
No, I did not. I did not go inside. Went to the drive-through.
That's too bad. Level up.
Or shut up. Wait, I forgot I have the only stop broadcast.